What's going on, Cancer? And welcome back to my channel. It's Mama Manifest. So welcome to your emotional intelligence reading. Our emotions are the biggest force. It's our biggest conversation that we have with the universe. So based on how we're feeling and, our emotional intelligence, this can either be a detriment to us or it can be our greatest superpower. What may come up in these readings is love and romance and relationships. Hey, those are our biggest teachers. This is going to be my platform, Mama Manifest platform, to bring you guys the wisdoms, the emotionally intelligent wisdoms around these situations. Okay? So I'm really excited to do that and help you raise your EQ. That's the intention of this reading, and help you ultimately become a master of yourself and a master of your life. All right. So we'll see what comes out. I did do a pre-shuffle for you guys, and I did see that you guys are feeling pretty ungrounded, right? You were waiting on something. You were waiting on an offer, right? Something that you were really, really, really excited about, something that you thought was going to bring you a lot of fulfillment, and it actually did not happening. It didn't happen, right? You were so excited about this, but it fell through. It might have been last minute. And so it's really put you into this place of emotional overwhelm. Like, you guys are really, really emotionally overwhelmed because of this. You feel like nothing ever works out for you. You feel like you're never going to have like soulmate connections in your life. And, you could even be, self-medicating, okay? Because I'm getting this ungrounded. You could be self-medicating with anything. It could be excessive Netflix. It could be drugs. It could be alcohol. It could be people. But that's what's going on. So that's the foundation of the reading. We're going to go ahead and jump right in and figure out what's going on for the sign of Cancer in the month of August, and how can they take this energy and improve their emotional intelligence and in turn improve their lives. What's going on with Cancer? What is happening? I'm sorry that you guys feel so ungrounded and feel like nothing's going to work out for you. That is also part of this process. This is all part of the process of, okay, I'm going to stop here. These three fell out. And we're going to start there, but it's all part of the process, and trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in every single moment, in this moment. And yeah, just get into receiving mode, Cancer. Get ready for it. It's coming right now. Let's see what's going on. What do we got here? Okay, so at the center of your reading, all you've ever wanted, I'm feeling so deep. Maybe when you were younger, wow. Maybe when you were young, you've dealt with a lot in your life, a lot of dysfunction, a lot of people hurting you, and you never really had this strong foundation of comfort, right? You've never had security. You've had a lot of betrayal. You've had a lot of people stabbing you back in the back. People who were supposed to love you the most didn't, right? And I'm sorry about that, Cancer. At the center of your reading, this is what you're working toward. This is what's on your mind. This is what's motivating you. You want it all. The Ten of Pentacles is it all. The Ten of Pentacles is financial abundance. It's abundance in love. It's abundance in spirit. It's a family, right? It's your family in whatever way that means to you. But it's security. It's something that you, Cancer, I'm really feeling that you guys have never had before. Okay? And that's really what is fueling all of this. Okay? Yeah, you want stability. Pentacles, 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 right? You want stability in every sense of that word. You are tired of giving your energy and your love to so many people and so many different things and not seeing the results of it, okay? And I'm sorry that that's what it feels like, you guys. You guys are in the right place. Like, you guys are at the exact right moment that you're supposed to be in your journey, and trust that. And you're walking into this place like, I'm seeing like a door, a key being unlocked to a door where this is where you're going. This is where you're going. This is what August is preparing you for. It's preparing you emotionally, intellectually, for this type of security. Okay. But I see that that's what you just want more than anything. Okay. Okay. Coming out and like at the foundation of everything, you have started so many new things, right? I feel like you guys have started many relationships, and at the beginning of all of these things, and this is what triggered you guys into this emotion recently, because it's an old wound. Okay. And it's like one of your core wounds. So be mindful of that, you guys. It is one of your core wounds. But this is that feeling that like you're so I feel like you guys are so sick and tired of getting excited about anything in life, because what happens is it looks like this, right? But it actually ends up being this. And this is like, it not working out, right? The opportunity not working out. So you've had a lot of these moments where it's like, oh, this is the one, this is the job, this is the whatever, right? And it appeared that way for a certain period of time, but then, it ended up not working out. And I'll tell you guys, it's because those things were not built on a strong foundation. They were out of alignment with who you are. And it may have rejection is redirection, and you've constantly been redirected away from things. It's all about you learning what you truly do want and what you truly do value. This is all about learning like what you value in life, right? Your values. And so based on your past values, you attracted these situations that just didn't have the integrity to be long-term. And I'm sure in many ways you can look back in areas of your life and see, right? Hindsight's 2020, and see why they didn't work out for you. It was a blessing in disguise, because you're going somewhere absolutely beautiful. Like you're working toward balance, harmony, and stability in life, right? In the recent past, yeah, you have a relationship here, and it's a relationship that did bring you some security. You may have felt like this was, a twin flame, soulmate situation. It brought you so much happiness. 1111 was all around it, but yet again, it was one of those situations that was not built with integrity. It didn't have integrity. It could not stand the test of time. And so ultimately it didn't work out. And that's where you guys are at right now. That's where the pre-shuffle took me. It's like, this didn't work out. This opportunity didn't work out. You were very, very excited about it. And instead of understanding that you're being redirected because you're going somewhere very sacred, you're kind of in that place where you're emotionally overwhelmed about it and processing and going through these emotions. Because what you don't understand, and what I opened up this reading with about emotional intelligence, is your emotions, and working through those emotions and understanding them and getting honest about them is what's actually going to bring you real strong opportunities that are in alignment with who you are. Okay. So, you're just going to need to take all the passion in you, right? Okay, it came out reversed. Like if you don't change anything about this situation, you're going to kind of, the sadness is going to turn into anger for you guys. And then you're going to manifest, that's going to manifest, right? And you're going to be in this cycle of being angry at everybody, throwing fire at people and wands at people who don't quite deserve it. Right? And I'm sure that's like been a coping skill of yours for a long time. And I understand it. It was mine too. Okay. So, but if you don't like work on your foundation, work on you, work on who you are, figure out what you want, because it's like you're almost like moving through life frivolously. I feel like there's no order, there's no direction, because the pieces aren't connecting for you. You're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing things from the highest perspective. And so, yeah, that's just something to be mindful of, right? This is like crowning your reading. Just like be aware of this. And you can actually turn him right side up. And that's what I wanted to do when it first came out, because you can actually, based on how you're looking at this situation that didn't work out for you, right? If you're looking at from like that emotional point where you guys have been, right? It's going to turn into anger, because it's going to seem unjust. Life is going to seem unfair. And it's going to turn into a pity party, which sometimes those are justified. But when we're done with that, it's time to see things from a different perspective. See, you have so much opportunity like ahead of you, and you're starting this new journey. And like the ending of this is actually it's acting as a catalyst, right? This not working out for you is acting as a catalyst to give you the passion to move forward and understand what lights you up truly. What brings you passion in life? What do you want? What do you really want, Cancer? Okay? It's going to answer those questions for you. There's a whole bigger picture going on that you just can't see right now. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups, right? And so this energy is going to be available to you. Like, this is healing, I'm feeling in this reading. You know, you have to face your emotions. You have to face this. You have to believe, Cancer. You have to believe that this is coming toward you. You have to believe that this is what you're working for and what you have been working for, right? You have to believe in this, right? And coming from the place of like, every life always happens to me. Nothing ever works out. People are a-holes. They're always breaking my heart. You know, men are this, women are this. It's not going to allow this healing and this transformational process to happen. It's not going to allow it. And so you have to really surrender to the process and surrender to the healing process, surrender to feeling, right? Don't shut yourself off from things because you've been burned so many times in the past. Okay. Oh, you guys, like there's a lot of reversals going on here. So we have the Four of Pentacles, and this is how you're viewing yourself. It's like you are just you're holding on to things that don't serve you, right? You're holding on, you're thinking about these relationships, you're holding on to old philosophy, and it's keeping you stagnant, right? Your values, you don't understand what they are. Like I have this feeling that you're basing your life based on your results in life. That's how you're judging yourself. And because you don't have all the things that society tells you you're supposed to have by a certain age, you feel like a failure. You feel like a failure. And that is not where your worth comes from, Cancer. That is not where your worth comes from. Okay? And you're going to figure that all out once you decide to move in this new direction of healing. You're going to figure out that your value is not based upon that. In fact, your value system is a different type of value system than it's going to differ. It's going to differ from the majority because like your life purpose is big, and it's to help people, right? And it's to understand, and it's to see things from a different perspective. So you have been really turning off your emotions and judging yourself and judging other people and just kind of being this little ball of fire, right? I can like feel it. You guys are like a ball of fire. You're angry. You hold on to things. You hold on to beliefs. You hold on to beliefs about yourself. I'm also getting that, like just in the beginning of in the reading, like you're really held down and burdened by the things people have said to you in the past. Like you've taken that on as your reality, and you've taken that on as a part of who you are. No, 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 no. Everything that you've done, forgive yourself for. Everything that other people have done to you, you're going to have to find forgiveness in your heart for. And this is going to help you to let go of all of that mumbo jumbo, crap that you've believed about yourself. Cancer, you are absolutely beautiful. You guys are the most intuitive sign. You guys are the most nurturing sign. And we can't have you guys angry. We can't have you guys in that space. We need you guys. You guys are like lovers and nurturers, and you add so much beauty to this life. And that's who you truly are. You're just seeing yourself through a lower vibrational lens. And, we're going to have to unprogram all of this stuff, and all of these experiences have been like these relationships and these opportunities that haven't worked out. Each one has been a new layer of who you really are and helping you understand of who you thought you are and like where you're going. Like you're being torn in two different directions of like old versus new. Okay. Wow. So, other people might be projecting on you that like you do things like you are a deceptive person. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, it's because hold on one second. Cancer. It was just like the notification of okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, my lovely Cancers. I'm so sorry. But people are projecting, everybody has the shadow side, but the relationships that you have been in and like these situations that like the universe has brought you to have the people who like you have broken away from are trying to project onto you that you are this crappy person, and you're believing it and you're letting it hold you down. Like you're letting your experiences in life and in you're looking at your learning process, because ultimately that is what it is. You're letting it, like the bad parts of it, define you, right? And you need to really, really understand that. Like, this is not who you are. You are not manipulative. I don't care what people say. Maybe you have been in the past. That was your coping skill. That's how that's what you use to get through life. That's the only thing you like learned how to do. You're going to have to forgive yourself for all your past mishaps and forgive others for all theirs too, right? This is like a completely different perspective. You're going to start understanding like your own beauty, right? Very interesting. Yeah, like you're afraid that like this path isn't going to bring you anywhere. You're afraid that this cycle is going to keep repeating itself, right? You're afraid that you're not going to make the right decisions because you felt like you haven't in the past. Well, Cancer, you've made all the right decisions in the past. You've trusted your intuition, and even though those brought you to some places that are less than desirable, you've learned great lessons from those experiences, right? You're afraid that this and working on yourself isn't going to lead you anywhere because it hasn't, and you feel as if it hasn't in the past. Well, it has, and it's all gotten you to right here. And you are going to make the right decisions. You are going somewhere sacred. You are going to start seeing the more beautiful aspects of yourself. You are going to see yourself the way other people see you and that you can't see. And maybe these other people have been able to see your light your whole life and know that you haven't, and have fed on the fact that they know that you haven't, to take your power away, because you're incredibly powerful, Cancer. You're incredibly powerful. Your manifestation abilities, your intuitive abilities, your abilities to read situations and people is unmatched. Okay? Your ability to nurture others is unmatched. You have an incredibly huge heart, but you haven't been allowing yourself or the world to see that because you're coming from this place where you're wounded because you felt like you've dealt with so much betrayal and deception. Oh my gosh, Cancer. I love this. This is where you're going. The High Priestess. This is like understanding the connectedness of life. Over the month of August, everything is going to come into perspective for you, right? You have this feeling underneath. That's why you keep going, right? Even in the face of all of this adversity, you're here today watching this reading, still trying to improve yourself, even though from the cards, it feels like you're like, it's not going anywhere. Nothing ever works out for me. Oh, it does. And it is. And you are being gifted over this month with divine wisdom. That's where you're going. Keep your eye on the prize of this, right? You're a psychic. You're intuitive, like you have mastered this in past lifetimes, okay? And your gifts are going to be of great service to others. And all these lessons, you're going to be able to help so many other people navigate their way through them because of your strong intuition. And you need to really, 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 really focus on this. Focus on this is who you truly are. You are not this. I don't care how much evidence you have telling you that you're this. I don't care how many people are telling you that you're this. I don't care how many people are trying to hold you down. You're not. We all have this, and we all have to face our own shadow in different ways. This is who you are, Cancer. This is who you truly are. Do not forget. Do not forget. You may have had a little bit tougher of a life path because this is like who you truly are and where you're going. And all of that's going to be revealed to you. You're going to get more pieces to this divine puzzle over this month. Let this guide you. You're moving into, emotional intelligence, becoming the master of yourself, the master of your emotions. Focus on this. Believe this. Do not believe this, because it's going to come up. There's going to be opportunities or situations like maybe you need to have some thought awareness of the way that you've been talking to yourself. You haven't been very kind to yourself, right? Oh, I just noticed that these 2 sevens are here right next to each other, right? This is all about seeking, right? Seeking a different way of life. Seeking this version of you that you have always, somewhere deep down, even though it might have been hidden, knew existed. Okay? Wow. I love that. All right, let's jump in. Let's get an archetype for Cancer. I love how deep these emotional intelligence readings are going. It's beautiful. Cancer. I love you guys. I just wanted to tell you that. I do. I love you guys so much. My daughter's a Cancer, and she's the most amazing human being that I've ever met. All right. What else do we have for the lovely Cancer? Emotional intelligence. Any more? Any more besides the seed? Yep. You're going to need to start planting seeds of abundance in your mind. And ooh, this one just flew. Okay, yeah, cool, perfect. It, like I was putting the deck down and it flew out. You're going to be planting, like, you have to be mindful about the thoughts that you have about yourself, because they're each seeds that we're going to start growing. And so these thoughts over the month of August, you need to become just mindful of what's going on, because these thoughts are planting seeds which are growing and then ultimately manifesting in this. And so you're becoming aware of like the things and how you talk to yourself and what you say and how they're actually planting seeds. I say affirmations for the first 6 months of my journey. I think and I don't want to intimidate you guys or tell you have to do this, but I'm just telling you because I need you to understand where I came from. I did 8 pages of affirmations every single day. How I came to do those affirmations and how did I know what to affirm to myself is I asked the universe for awareness of how I speak to myself. And oh, let me tell you, Cancer, it was terrible. And so every time a negative thought would come up, I would write down the opposite, right? I was planting new seeds. And so many of those affirmations have grown prosperous, right? Because that's what I decided to believe based on, I have a ton of evidence that I'm this, right? I have a ton of opportunities that didn't work out. I have a ton of relationships that were teachers to me and that I had, feelings about when they ended, okay? I understand, right? It's time to plant a new seed. It's time to plant the seed of the High Priestess. And also, August, this is a heavy transition, okay? This is an exciting transition. It's a magical transition, but it can be difficult at times. So your guidance is to really, laughter is the best medicine, okay? I have a Cancer friend who I know likes the imagery on this card. If you're watching, hi. I love you very much. Anyway, so we have the comic, and this is like, watch television shows that make you laugh in the times of the heartache. When you feel weak, laugh. Don't take life so seriously. If you only knew how big you were, if you only knew how infinite your soul was, if you only knew how wise you in particular are, this would all seem like a joke to you anyway. When you really realize the magnitude and the infinity of life itself. Okay? So let's not take all of this so serious, right? I'm going to get a card from the Fairy Tale Oracle. We're going to embrace laughter. We're going to embrace humor. We're going to be able to, there's a time when we can laugh at these types of situations, right? Laugh at the flaws, laugh at the things that didn't work out. Find the humor in it. Find the synchronicity in it. Find out, when you understand how it's all connected, you will have to laugh about these things. I know it doesn't feel that way right now, and I don't mean to like placate you guys or anything, but you will. All right. What do we got here? Okay, so, yep, okay. Oh, Cancer. Cancer. You guys have a pure heart. You came into this life with a pure heart. Now, part of your life purpose, some people have to understand the dark, and they work with the dark for a certain period of their life, and then you know, it all at some point transforms into wisdom and beauty, and like you are literally reborn. And that seems as if that's the life path of you guys. And you guys came into this life with a pure heart. You are a starseed, a light worker. You know, I don't want to get too off track here, but that is confirmation for some of you guys. And you have a pure heart, and nobody can ever take that away from you. You work with Team Light, and you came into this life understanding that, and understanding everything that you're going to go through. And people like, yeah, that message, I think, yeah, that message I got earlier where other people have been able to see your light, but they've preyed on the fact that you couldn't. They've preyed on that. They have been taking your power away since you were probably very young. And I'm so sorry about that, you guys. I am so sorry. But it did not taint you. You are still going strong, and they have no idea where you're going. You don't even know where you're going, but I do. I know, I don't know all the details, but I know it's somewhere a lot more fulfilling than this stuff. Okay? And just don't forget that this is who you are. And these situations in your life, you know, maybe when you spoke your truth, that's when these situations ended. And then they turned on you and tried to throw everything against you when you were always coming from a place of a pure heart and best intention, even though maybe you weren't able to navigate your way through that in the highest way. And that's okay. That's part of the learning process. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. And I'm sorry so many people have tried to take this away from you, try to take away your purity, try to confuse you. I'm so sorry. But where you're going is the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, baby. Those two energies together are, mwah, beautiful. You're building your strong foundation. You're understanding this whole life journey. And it's absolutely beautiful. August is a big month, and your emotional intelligence is going up. I love you guys so very much. Namaste and God bless.